Hey guys, it's RJ with The Variant, and we are here once again for Action Figure Fridays. As always, with me is the lovely Charlie Rocket Cosplay, and today we've got some exclusive randos. Marvel Legends randos are a big thing on this show because we always have some kind of a random figure. Marvel Legends randos, though, they started doing exclusives at Walgreens. And so everybody's after these Walgreens exclusives, and they're hard to find. And then they become ridiculously easy to find. And then everybody's posting them anyway and posting pictures of them and being like, you can buy this Mystique figure from me for $60. And people are like, wait, what? There's like 10 of them on the shelf. So, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. So, go ahead and why don't you take it away, Charlie Rocket.
Starting it off with the ladies, as always. I have Mystique. Marvel's Mystique, specifically.
Because of other Mystiques.
Is there another Mystique?
I think they're just taking, just making sure that it's...
Just in case.
Just in case you didn't know it was Marvel's Mystique.
Spider-Man. Like, what?
Marvel's Iron Man and Incredible Hulk.
There's another Incredible Hulk specifically. Dang, this girl is in here.
Yeah, Mystique.
Oh, it's because her dress is like woven through the plastic. I hate when they like weave stuff through it. Ugh. Boom, boom, boom. Anyhow, now that she's out, she looks really cool. I love it. Her costume. Oh. The skirt is like separate, so it's it's like attached to her.
Real high up on her backside.
Yeah, it really is. Like pretty stupid high in the back.
Is that because of
all the junk in the trunk?
That badonkadonk. Look at that.
It is.
It is.
They gave her some serious junk in that trunk.
Misty, is it her legs are just not like straight, or they're just straight up like?
They just added a lot.
They gave her a big old butt.
For what?
Wow.
For what? I'm here for it. I don't care. But
Blue Girls got back.
Hey now. These are facts. But yeah, she's got her little skull belt that's kind of, these are really thin skulls. Like, it's very weird. But I'm here for it. I don't know that it had to be a separate piece like this. It's kind of weird. But everything else is just painted on her. The boots, the gloves, the rest of her outfit. The face looks really good. Her eyes are like just all yellow. But yeah, she's got some pretty cool arched eyebrows and a pretty cool sculpt to where her face is really pretty and very serious. She's got a little tiny skull up here. Her hair is looks nice. A little wavy, but it doesn't interfere with head motions or anything. Arms move, elbows move, wrists move, everything. Yeah, pretty good. She comes with this I'm turning into Rogue face. Is that what that is?
Yep. That's exactly what that is.
Rogue's hair and face and headband and half Mystique, because you know what? Maybe she wants to. And she comes with, what is this?
Alright, so I'll tell you exactly what that is. Are you ready, guys? Want to see some cool stuff? See, first, magically, we've got Silver Sable figure. Now, I'll show you hand me that head. Now, we've got Lilandra figure. Badoom!
Surprise!
The Majestrix of the Shi'ar Empire. Shi'ar? I don't know how they say it. But now you've got from Silver Sable. And so everybody's going out and buying Silver Sable now. Remember last week we talked about how people were buying extra Fisks to make a Shadow King?
Yes.
Well, people are buying extra Silver Sables so they can make a Lilandra figure. I've seen people, there's like an entire thread up on Facebook of people that are just customizing these into some cool Lilandra figures. They give her, Namor's spear, and then they give her, I think it was who's the guy with the big hook on his hand? It's like a big scythe thing on his hand, and he's got the skull and crossbones. He's like Wonder Man's brother.
Oh.
I keep wanting to think Black Knight. Anyway, he's got a cape, and that guy's cape goes perfectly with this. Like it's like
they're creating some magic.
Yeah. So they're just making it so you can customize whatever and make your own figures, man. Like they're like, we're tired of putting out figures that people hate, so we're gonna give you some extra heads, and you can do it yourself. And then we don't have to buy a whole new figure. We just buy a second figure, and now you have a figure. Or if you hate Silver Sable, now you have Lilandra.
Yes. Okay, so a few things about these weapons that Mystique comes with. First of all, her hands. I basically had to pry her gross fist open for her to hold anything.
Gross.
The first thing she has is this little tiny golden gun.
She's the man with the golden gun.
She also has this giant one here. Pow, pow, pow.
What?
But like when I was trying to work with her hands to get this little guy in, this thing like just boop.
Oh, so like the bullets come out.
Yeah. But why? But why?
I don't think.
And it's got a little bullet on top. Like that's where the bullets are.
That doesn't even look like it would fit in that tiny hand of hers. Like
I had to pry her. Her fists were like this. I had to pry them open just see this tiny gun in there.
Huh.
Now I don't know. Yeah. All her fingers are bendable, which is crazy. It's a whole lot of work. Yeah, I don't know. Every time I try to put it in her hand, she knocks the bullets out. So we'll figure it out eventually. One day. One of these days. But she looks really cool. I like it.
Yeah, definitely an improvement. The last Mystique figures were like the Toy Biz version, and the Toy Biz version looked kind of like that, but she had like some more joints, and they were like in weird places, and they were a little jacked up. And then they had the figure where she's wearing like the black tank top and the jeans. I never opened that one because I thought it was like really hard to find.
Yeah.
But now it's in a closet somewhere, so I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll open it one day.
Well, I'm just happy this one has a donk and that she looks really cool. Get into it.
Yeah,
pew,
I think
pew, pew.
all the exclusives for like last year, all the exclusives for Walgreens were Fantastic Four, and it's looking like this year they're going to be all X-Men.
Fancy.
Which should be really cool.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yes. Me too. All right, now let me show you this thing right here, because this is the thing that I wanted to show you.
This thing.
And it's the thing.
The thing is
this
the
is
thing.
Leftover from last year. For some reason, I forgot to show you guys this. We forgot to pull them out. We forgot to pull out our thing and show you last year.
Showed you our thing.
But here is Mrs. Grimm's bouncing baby boy, Ben Grimm, the thing. I don't know why he's rubber banded into this package. Not sure why, because you know what? If somebody's walking out with this thing in their hands, they're going to get noticed. Because this is a big, big, meaty boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, he is a really good version of the thing, actually, though. Like, if you look, he is very comic accurate. He is very Ben Grimmish. He's got the little blue Fantastic Four biker shorts on. Yay. And he's got kind of like a hot butt. So,
yeah.
For the ladies,
if you like rock butts, that's where
you like rock butts. His butt is rocking. He's got a fist and a I'm gonna crush your head or grab your face or something hand. Either way you look at it, it's clobbering time with either of those hands. He does come with two other hands. And they are just basically the opposites of those hands. So he comes with another fist, so he can have two fists. And another grabby hand, so he can have two grabby hands. And then he comes with another face. Now this looks like angry Ben Grimm. You can see those pearly whites being all angry. This also looks like mildly annoyed Ben Grimm. So he's He goes from mildly annoyed to angry face. Everything's carved on this guy, and he's got a nice black wash to kind of like make all the rocks pop, so they look rockish. So that way it gives it some depth. It's very artistic, and it makes it look really good. And honestly, that's a really simple application that they can do. It's literally you water down your black paint and dip them in there and just wipe off the excess. It gets all into the cracks and stays there. And for them to do that, that's really cool. It's a great figure, and it's a fan favorite figure that people have been looking for a while. They had 2 other things back when this was Toy Biz, like a regular old thing, and then they had like maybe a first appearance Ben Grimm thing. But we haven't seen a lot of Thing love lately.
No
so love your Thing, because he's probably going to be one of the few things that we get. And this is why we can have good things, because he's the Thing. So, and I just
love your Thing.
I just killed the dog
with
the Thing, but we'll bury him later. So yeah, the Thing, and we'll say Thing one more time, and then over to Charlie Rock. Thing.
All right, and I've got Spider-Man with countless spider leg action.
Spider arms.
Spider-Man. I'm mad it just says Spider-Man like if this is normal. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, this is what he looks like every day of his life.
Isn't that like right before they turned him into Man Spider? Like
Yes.
he was evolving. They haven't had a Man Spider figure in a long time.
They have not.
Toy Biz did one back in the day, but Hasbro has yet to do one.
So many hands to get out of here.
That's what you guys can do next. Man Spider. So we talked about last time about how they're running out of Spideys.
Right.
There you go, Man Spider.
Make sure to give us the credit for that idea. Bam! Spider-Man with a lot of hands. Bow, bow, bow. Okay, so Spider-Man. This is like classic Spider-Man. Nice arms. It is very basic Spider-Man figure right there. The whole thing is textured though. That's really cool. The entire thing. He's got, his basic blue and red. He's got some some swip hands going on there. Hey guys. Then he's got fists and fists. All of these are just people hands. And then it's like, they not only painted the blue onto the arms, the regular arms, but it's also textured. So good for them. They made it textured just like the suit. That's a lot of extra work just to be cohesive. Each arm moves, individually and pretty well. Fancy. Oh, wow. They don't have, they have way more range of motion than one would expect for a figure that has 6 arms. But, they get in each other's way, I guess. Wow. This is pretty cool. He didn't come with anything, nor does he need to. Like, why? Why would he need to? But, yeah.
So I saw that Spider-Man in the store when I first, when this line of figures first started coming out, or the Spider-Man Build-A-Figure Fisk, because he actually comes with the Build-A-Figure Kingpin. And I saw him in the store first, but I didn't buy him. He's actually the last one I bought. Because A, he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure Kingpin. And B, what I was just talking about with the Thing earlier, with like a nice black wash to fill in the cracks. Like this Spidey is just generic blue and red. Like there's, there's no anything as far as like outlines or black lines or bubble paint or anything to make his costume pop a little bit, and it looked really cartoony to me at first. Then I found them on sale, and I was like, screw it, I'll buy them. So
My opinions have not changed.
No.
No, yeah, I
But
definitely agree.
They could have, I think, put a little bit of a wash over him and made it. I've seen people online doing it. So, like, that customizer community, go. Because
it's also kind of weird that some of these joints, like the joints in his arms right here, are red on the blue parts.
I think it's because they're trying to match the red on the outside of the costume.
Right, exactly.
And so they just didn't paint.
And they don't care about
side.
the inside.
Yeah.
And then it just looks like spots.
Yeah,
Weird.
Again, it's the last figure of a set that doesn't come with a.
It smells brand new.
With a Build-A-Figure piece. So, like, why?
Right.
They could have saved him for the next one, done him right, and added a Build-A-Figure piece.
Yeah.
Shrug. Okay. It happens.
No rock out action. Let me find out. Oh, that's it. That's it. I don't know. I'm finished with this Spider-Man.
Right, so I forgot about this, but we're gonna go ahead and try to do this. So the last figure we're doing is also an exclusive. It's just a much older exclusive.
Oh.
It is I believe this was a Walmart exclusive, and I think you guys have seen us do a few other figures of this set. I forgot about the tie wraps, because they tie wrap the hell out of these. All right, so this figure is Build-A-Figure Giant Man Ant-Man figure. So we're gonna whip out our Ant-Man here. Again, tie wraps, keeping old Auntie in place. It's like a big hassle to get his helmet out. All right, so this is the Ant-Man figure, and this is the Build-A-Figure from Toy Biz. So one major difference with the Toy Biz figures is they always had jointed hands. So like you could, like, some of them even had jointed fingers. So you could have them flipping people off or whatever. Ant-Man here is a little smaller, so his hands just flip up at the joint. He does have rock out action a little bit. He's painted really good. He's got, like, that's all painted on. He's got that H on his belt, I guess for Hank Pym as Ant-Man. He's got sculpted boots that are also separate. He's got boot joints where his boots move at the joint. I believe, yeah, his legs. Also his feet. That's another feature of Toy Biz, is their feet would have joints. Ooh. So these are very multi-posable figures. He does come with his little Ant-Man helmet. The face is a pretty good face. It's sculpted really nice. The hair and the back is very textured. The hair all around is very textured. It's not just glued on. It's just like I said, they just sculpted a head. I would say, if anything, he looks like his head is a little too small for his body. But chances are they made this body out of another guy's body, and so that's the case. Let's see how this helmet fits. All right, so it's taken a little bit of trouble to get the helmet on, and once I do, his eyes don't exactly line up. Like, I'm sure there's some adjusting I can probably do. Let's see. That's a little better. So yeah, so now he's got his helmet. It's old school Ant-Man. I don't believe we had any kind of an Ant-Man like this one in any of the new Hasbro figures. Other than maybe with the Ant-Man movie. Like, I know we had a Ant-Man, but I don't think it was comic Ant-Man.
Right. I don't think so.
That's Ant-Man. And for those of you thinking hey, this is randos. It kind of sucks because we don't get to see you build a figure. Well, surprise, surprise. It's Giant Man in disguise. He's a little dusty from sitting out. And I'm not sure where his other hand is. But his other hand we did in another episode. And of course these are the Toy Biz figures. So it takes like all of my super strength to jam that in there. And I'm going to go look over here because I think his hand is right over here.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're having an adventure for the hand.
The hand. The hand of
You know what?
Midas.
I've seen his hand sitting here for like months, and then I go to look for it, and of course,
That's always how it happens, right?
It's always how it happens.
Every time.
Yeah, so I'm going to find his hand at some point, and then we'll circle back around to his hand. But as you can see, it's Giant Man. He's got his arm, and his other hand is around here somewhere. I should better prepare next time.
Just do it after for the close-up.
Yeah, we'll do it after, and he'll be
whole
he'll be
again.
whole again.
He'll be a whole person.
And if you don't like it, like Giant Man. But that is all we've got to open this week. What have you got to plug, Charlie Rocket?
You can find me at Charlie Rocket Cosplay on any social media platform. You can also find me at Tip Tuesday Podcast on Instagram and Facebook right now. And I am also a co-host at The Blurred View. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and wherever the podcast is posted. I don't know, SoundCloud or something. You can find out on social media. I co-host The After Dark Show.
And you can find the variant at let's start over that. www.the-variant.com. On Instagram and Twitter at @the_variant_, and on Facebook.com/variant covers. I feel like I still screwed that up though. Like I feel like I still said something wrong. I don't know. Oh, Ant-Man came with a comic book. He's got a comic. It's Marvel Premiere featuring Ant-Man. It's probably the first appearance of Ant-Man or something. But these old ones came with comics, guys. Why can't the new ones?
Why?
Shrug. We'll see you next week.